Is a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports. It's time for Post-8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Post-8 Baseball is brought to you by Evermore Boutique, Wagner Auto, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Surface Master, and Rising Hope Counseling.
We'll take off for a second. Dean, outdoors right field. That one is going to get out for Bennett Dean. 5 runs driven in.
Post-8 Baseball is also brought to you by Todd's Electric, Pierre Sports Center, AirTech, Gales Gas, Avera, Bank West, and B&B Equipment.
Zabel on the 3-0. Outdoor center field. That's far. That's gone. A 3-run homer for Grace Zabel. And it's a 3-1 lead.
Post-8 Baseball is also brought to you by Overhead Door Company, Gateway Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Birding Electric, Olson Plumbing, and Agtegra.
There's a fly ball out to left field. Going back on it deep is Rue. He's going to turn and watch it sail over for a home run. And Andy Gordon, his first home run of the season, first home run of his career.
Post-8 Baseball is also brought to you by All Around Graphics, First Dakota National Bank, Comtech, Shane's Pharmacy, Black Hills Federal Credit Union, Midwest Cooperative, South Dakota Weed and Pest, Nystrom Electric, Dakota Sprinkler, and Lamb Motor.
The 2-1 pitch. Stout out towards right field. Did he get enough of it? Is it going to go? And walk off. Grand slam for Garrett Stout.
Post-8 Baseball is also brought to you by Kathy Sunshine Properties, Sioux Nation, Kruger Contracting, Home Care Services, and Fisher Rounds. And now, with the call of today's action, KCCR award-winning sports director, John Winkler.
And we welcome you here to Corbett Field, Day 2 of the Mandan Tournament as Post-8 takes on Mandan here in game number 1 of the day. And they will take on Mandan in game number 3 of the day, which will be the semifinals as Post-8 comes in with a 2-0 record, Mandan at 0-2. These two teams have already figured out that they will be the 1 and 4 seed going into the semifinals, and a chance to play an odd doubleheader here today. We'll have a game with Mandan, a break, and then another game with Mandan as Watertown and Minot will play in game 2 and also play in game 4, as the 8s will be looking to go to 3-0 in the tournament, but more importantly, they're looking for a third win at some point today, and that third win they will at least need to have that third win, if not a fourth win, tonight to play in the championship going on Sunday here at Corbett Field. But Greg, yesterday Post-8 came out and played very well in those two games, and you got to be impressed and happy with how that performance was for Post-8 in those two wins.
Yeah, and they did everything that they needed to do in those two wins. Got two really solid pitching performances out of Isaac Polak and Gary Nedved, the two starters yesterday. The bats continued to roll, and we saw a little uptick in the power production yesterday. A couple of home runs tripled the team output in home runs from one coming into the game to now they've got a team total of 3 with the 2 home runs yesterday one from Cade Hinkle and one from Bennett Dean.
As the 8s will be the road team here in this first game. They will be then the home team going into game 2 tonight. It will be the game 3 of the day as they will be away against the Mandan Chiefs here in this ball game, and then will be the home team in the final game of the day for Post-8 and for Mandan, as the winner then would advance to the championship game. So this is a kind of a tune-up test, because this one doesn't have any importance for either team. They know that they're going to be the 1 and 4 seed. They know South Dakota points are on the line because it's a South Dakota versus North Dakota game. You're kind of just getting prepared, and kind of maybe you hope that you don't go just through the motions. You want to come out and win this ball game, but the all-important one is later on this evening at 5 o'clock.
And that's the thing, is that you don't want to take the game off, but you also want to stay sharp. But it does offer Coach Brian White, Coach Nathan Nas an opportunity to put some kids out on the field in maybe some different positions. Again, give them an opportunity to expand the depth of this team. And we've already seen this team not only show the fact that they can get production from up and down the lineup, because they got 7 hits in the second game yesterday from 7 different players, and so you're getting production all up and down the lineup, and just doing a lot of good things. And plus it gives you some flexibility to, if you get into a situation later in the year, give some kids some experience where if you need to plug a kid into a spot that maybe he hasn't had a whole lot of innings, this is a chance to give him some experience in the field at that position or at a different spot in the lineup.
As we play here in day 2, yesterday, 7-6, Watertown walked off Mandan in 8 innings to open up the tournament. Then it was Mandan beating Mandan 6-3 in game number 2. Pierre came up with 2 7-run performances, 7-1 over Watertown in that first game, and then 7-2 against Mandan to close out in day number 1, as Post 8 is at 2-0, Mandan at 0-2. Watertown and Minot will battle for the 2 and 3 seed. They are the 2 and 3 seed, but they'll figure out who is going to be the 2 and 3 seed, which will be the home team in that final game of the night. But they will battle after this game is over, which first pitch is still about 13 minutes away. So we will step aside for 3 minutes and come back with more of the pregame show. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
BankWest Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put BankWest Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
Home Care Services is a private agency committed to providing expert advice and specialized care to those who want to remain living independently at home. Home Care Service has a team of nurses, caregivers, and administrative staff that offers a full range of in-home support services to our area. For more information about Home Care Services, call 224-2273. Expert advice, professional care. Home Care Services, 224-2273.
At Black Hills Federal Credit Union, our top priority is providing value to our members. Since 1941, we have helped our neighbors buy homes and vehicles, finance their farms and ranches, insure their assets, and retire comfortably. From Custer to Sioux Falls, we live and work in our communities, and we treat our members like family. Visit bhfcu.com to learn more about how you can join. BHFCU is member-owned, not-for-profit, and federally insured by NCUA.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
Sioux Nation of Fort Pierre knows what that sound is. It's baseball season. They also know that means it's grilling season. Sioux Nation has the Green Mountain Grill choices that you need for those hot dogs and burgers for tailgating. And let's be honest, you know there will be a steak in there too. Visit Sioux Nation of Fort Pierre and see their selection of grills. While you're there, also pick up some seasonings for your grilling needs. Visit Sioux Nation at 504 Deadwood Street, Fort Pierre.
As we welcome you back here to Minot, we are getting set for this first game of the day as Post State will take on the Mandan Chiefs. First pitch is still 10 minutes away at noon. John Winkler alongside Greg Dean as we welcome you back here to Corbett Field. And Greg, we talked about it yesterday, but this field is just it's a fantastic field to come play. Always looking forward to this tournament. One of the best facilities, one of the best just old-time, new-time feel that you have for a ballpark. You get the all-turf feel, but you get the feeling of a what do they say, 1933 is when this was built, but you got an all-turf feel to it, so it's got the mixture, it's got the best of both worlds here at Corbett Field.
And they've got a banner hung up on the side of the grandstand down below. Says that Corbett Field was named the 2018 Summer Collegiate Best of Ballparks winner. So again, just a lot of character. Again, set in a residential area of town. There's houses all the way around on all four sides. Right across the street is the Roosevelt Park Zoo. Just a very kind of homey feel to this ballpark. And again, kind of a, if the turf field wasn't in place and it was all grass, and just with the way that this grandstand is built, I mean, it really would take you back into the kind of an era of the 1930s and 1940s.
Post State and Mandan, we've seen this Mandan team, not this year, but we saw them quite often last year a couple times up here at Minot, but also they came down and we actually saw them in Mandan as well, and then also played them in at Post State at Heights Stadium. So a familiar team. There's a lot of names that we called last year that are back in this lineup here for this Mandan Chiefs team, but as they come in at 0-2, you can't overlook this team because I think Post State maybe won 3 of 5 games or 4 of 6 games against Mandan. This is still a good baseball team that is competitive throughout the entire summer, every single year.
Yeah, and they always put a good ball club on the field, and so there may be some, they may do some things, especially in this first game, where maybe given some of their starters a rest, or kind of do the same thing that what the Pierre coaching staff is doing, is maybe trying to develop a little depth, plug some kids in some different positions. So this first game we may see some a little different lineup from Mandan, but I suspect in that 5 o'clock game we'll see a front end lineup out of both clubs.
Post State and Mandan coming up here in just a little bit. Mandan is the home team, so they will be taking the field first. We are still about 7 minutes away from first pitch. We step aside for 3 minutes. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
This is the life. Sitting here, sipping lemonade, basking in the warm sun, and admiring the beauty and the solitude of my very own landscaped backyard. I wasn't sure, but I was so glad when I made the call to Andy at Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping to finally have the work done. Calling Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping was probably one of the best and the easiest decisions I've ever made.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, 280-4440. That's 280-4440.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre has been providing professional sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com.
The Association of South Dakota County Weed and Pest Boards reminds all landowners and managers to look for and control noxious weeds this spring and summer. The receding water levels have provided new areas for noxious weeds to establish. Infestations that are found and treated early reduce the cost of control. For help identifying and controlling noxious weeds, call your county weed and pest supervisor or the South Dakota Department of Agriculture. Remember, good neighbors control noxious weeds.
As long as you have a local cooperative, you'll never farm alone. At CHS Midwest Cooperative, our team is your team, ready to help you make the decisions that are vital to your operation. From the seed, plant health, and marketing the grain, to fuel to keep you running, the feed to supplement your herds, and the financing programs to make it all possible. We're here for you. Give CHS Midwest Cooperative a call today and let us show you the value of the co-op. Local, loyal, and trusted for generations.
Service Master of Pierre. It's no secret we clean carpets professionally, but not many people know we clean furniture, kitchens, bathrooms, walls, floors, and windows. We also do fire and water restoration, plus construction cleanups. There's nothing we can't clean. Give Service Master a call at 224-9919. Service Master. The clean you expect, the service you deserve. Service Master, 224-9919.
As we welcome you back here to Corbett Field and Minot, as we are getting set for first pitch, as Mandan will be the home team. Post State will be on the road throw in this first leg, as we saw him a couple of times now this season. We saw him yesterday, Shakopee, Minnesota team last Sunday, so he gets his chance for his third appearance, and looking for another strike performance from Cade Hinkle.
And Hinkle's done a nice job, really, in his first time that he's been on the mound for any extended sessions, and today will be his third appearance of the year so far. He's thrown 4 innings so far, and just done a nice job in terms of Yates when they've called upon him to play that role.
Post State Mandan, first pitch coming up next, 3 minutes away. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Comtech in Pierre invites you to come out and check out their expansive showroom. It's filled with everything you need to thrive in today's technology-dependent world and a knowledgeable staff to guide you through. Comtech has TVs, computers, personal electronics to commercial electronics, anything to fit your technology needs. The experienced professionals at Comtech can guide you through any questions you may have. Whether you struggle with technology or live for it, Comtech can help you find exactly what you're looking for. Comtech will even install and service what they sell, so you don't have to worry once you get your products home. Comtech, located at 1601 North Lowell Avenue behind Walmart. Check them out online at ComtechPlus.com.
South Dakota didn't always have a capital, or even a permanent settlement for that matter. There wasn't always a river city on the Missouri River. And before First Dakota filed the first charter in 1872, there wasn't always a bank in South Dakota. Every timeless institution, tradition, and thriving business was started somewhere by someone who had a dream and the passion to make it happen first. What will be your South Dakota first? Visit firstdakota.com/first. Member FDIC.
Do you need the Pierre Governor apparel for the big game? Or how about Stanley County apparel or Post State apparel? All Around Graphics in Pierre is your place to go. Not only can you get your apparel, but they also do screen printing, jerseys, awards, and trophies. And did you know they can print and customize your signs? All Around Graphics can do it all. Located at 819 North Euclid Avenue, or call 224-4677. All Around Graphics in Pierre, your one-stop shop.
Agtegra in Highmore. We pride ourselves on providing our customers with reliable markets, superior services, and quality products. From corn and soybeans to spring and winter wheat, you can trust Agtegra in Highmore with all your grain handling needs. It's all about helping you achieve the best harvest possible. Call Agtegra of Highmore today at 605-846-1379. That's 605-846-1379.
Are you building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of Heat-A-Later fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of Heat-A-Later fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heat-A-Later Fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
As we welcome you back here to Corbett Field, we are set for first pitch. John Winkler alongside Greg Dean as you are listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station. The Eights are the road team in this contest. Mandan will finish up the warm-up tosses as Avery Bogner is the starting pitcher. Jaden Weeby will lead things off playing second base, followed by McGuire Rasky being center fielder. Andy Gordon, the catcher, batting third. Aaron Booth, the first baseman, batting fourth. Gary Nedved, the third baseman, batting fifth. Spencer Leather about sixth, playing left field. Jack Merkwan, the right fielder. Isaac Pollock, the DH, and rounding out the order is Matt Hansen, the shortstop. Avery Bogner is on the mound. He is on the rubber. He is ready to go. The first pitch here of day number 2 is popped up right behind, right off the side of home plate. The catch is made by the catcher, Huddle. And they're first out, one pitch and one out here to open up the ball game here right at 12:01.
72 degrees, perfect 72 degrees at first pitch today. Wind at Corbett Field coming out of the northeast at 7 miles an hour, so won't play much of a factor at least in this first game today. There is rain in the forecast for tomorrow morning, so if the Eights win the 5 o'clock game today, we'll have to see if that plays a factor into tomorrow.
0-1 pitch to McGuire. Rasky is taking on the outside corner and is now 0-2. He's in that number 2 spot for the Eights after he went 3 for 4 in game 1. Did not play in game number 2. 0-2 pitch is upstairs, and it's now 1-2. Avery Bogner's got a good fastball. He was slinging that one across, but it was missed high for ball 1. Here's the 1-2 pitch now from Bogner to Rasky. And will bounce, and it's now 2-2.
Eights in the black tops. Green letters across the front say post 8. Green numbers on the back outlined in white. Green piping around the armpits. Gray pants.
2-2 pitch is lifted into left center field for a base hit. Going the other way is Rasky, and he is 1 for 1. First hit of the ball game, and post 8 has their first base runner with 1 on and 1 out for Andy Gordon, the catcher.
Eights outfitted in their green and black caps today for Mandan. All gray uniforms, gray tops, gray pants, green lettering across the front, green numbers on the back, outlined in yellow with green and yellow caps.
Andy Gordon will float the first pitch to center field. Sliding grab and unable to make the catch is Blake Ahrens. And it's going to be first and second back-to-back singles for Post 8. They're in business here with 1 down the top of the first inning. As we go around the horn defensively, it is going to be Anthony Johnson out in left, Blake Ahrens in center, and Seth Ahrens in right. It is Turner Locken, the third baseman, the shortstop Lucas Borgum, and Stenson Kuntz, the second baseman. Braden Bunnell, the first baseman. Behind the plate is Isaac Huddle, and Avery Bogner working from the stretch with 2 on, 1 out to the cleanup hitter Aaron Booth. First pitch is outside for ball 1.
Courtesy runner for Andy Gordon at first base is Elliott Life. Getting a game off after starting in center field for the last 2 games.
Here's the 1-0 pitch to Booth. He'll swing and miss, and it's now 1-1. He is the presumed starter against Mandan in the second game today, which, again, if you didn't hear before, we are playing here at noon, but we will play the 5 o'clock game against this same Mandan team in the semifinals. There's a pitch in the turf. Good block by the catcher Huddle, and it's now 2-1. It should be 1-1. No, 2-1. Didn't click on my scoreboard properly. And its count is 2-1. But Watertown and Minot will finish out the round robin. There's a chopper left side that is fouled just around the plate, and it's now 2-2. Watertown and Minot will play at 2:30. Winner of that game is a 2 seed. Loser is a 3 seed, so they will play again at 7:30. They're basically playing to see who will be the home team in that game. Post State will be the home team in the 5 o'clock game. Visitors here in game number 1 of the day. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And there's now 2 down as Booth is the strikeout victim. And it will bring up Gary Nedved, who was the winning pitcher in yesterday's game. Went the distance in yesterday's game to pick up that 7-2 win. He's emerged as a guy that Post State can go to throw on the mound. Here's the first pitch to Nedved. That one will bounce in. Good block again. That one bounced 5 feet in front of the plate. And Huddle made another nice stop, and it's 1-0.
Huddle just did what you're taught to do as a catcher, and that's slide outside. If you got a ball that's low, you just slide and use your body as a backstop.
1-0 pitch is at the knees, and it's now 1-1. Junior Legion was supposed to be playing this morning at 9:30 after winning yesterday. They have been rescheduled to 2 o'clock. Ryan Kruger sent that text in. They're scheduled to play at 2 o'clock this afternoon because of rain. And as Nedved swings and misses, now 1-2. I know that might be frustrating, but have to reschedule. But the fact that we got some rain just in the state of South Dakota, they're out in Sioux Falls, that's a good sign that we're actually seeing some substantial rain falling. 1-2 pitch is outside, and it's now 2-2. Now we just need it in the Pierre area. We'll be happy to postpone a game or delay a game at some point at Hyde Stadium if it means we're getting a lot of rain. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Nedved. That one will bounce in. The count is now full with first and second and 2 down. So Rasky at second, Life running for Gordon at first. We'll both get head starts here with a full count, 2 outs, top of the first inning. Here's a payoff pitch from Bogner. Ground ball left side. Rasky will avoid the ball. The throw from the shortstop is a low one. Dug out at first and will retire the side. Good throw from Borgum. Good scoop from Bunnell. And that will retire things here in the top of the first inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the first. Scoreless between Pierre and Mandan as the Chiefs are coming to the plate. Listening to Post-State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Ferding Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Ferding Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Ferding Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Ferding Electric, 224-8684.
Are you driving a 2014 or newer vehicle? Are there less than 100,000 miles on it? Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is prepared to give you top dollar. Again, if your ride is 2014 or newer with less than 100,000 miles, Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota will give you top dollar for it right now. Trade it in or sell it to us. Doesn't matter. Your vehicle has never been worth more than it is right now. Stop in at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit gatewayflt.com.
Will lead things off. He'll be followed by Lucas Borgum, the shortstop, batting second. Braden Bunnell, the first baseman, batting third. Blake Aarons, the center fielder, is in the cleanout spot. Avery Bogner, the pitcher, batting fifth. Stenson Kuntz, the second baseman, will bat sixth. Turner Locken, the third baseman, batting seventh. It is Seth Aarons, the right fielder, batting eighth, and Anthony Johnson will be the one to round out the order as he bats ninth and plays left field for this Mandan Chiefs team. They're going against Cade Hinkle, who is making now his third appearance, second of the tournament for the Eights, as he threw last Sunday in his first appearance and now yesterday, and will be looking for a strong outing here today. No matter what, if Post State wins or loses, they're still the top seed in this pool, or in the round robin, and will be playing the same Mandan team, who is the number 4 seed, later on this evening at 5 o'clock.
One of the things we were talking about off air in the break is the fact that a bit of a rarity during the regular season, working today with a 3-man umpire crew. So
there's a ground ball on the first pitch, right to Hansen at short. The throw to first is a low one, scooped out by Booth. And the leadoff man retired here to open up the bottom of the first in 1 pitch.
Yeah, just like Post State's half of the inning, 1 pitch, 1 out. And so nice start for Cade Hinkle. But again, typically throughout the bulk of the year, just all you see is 2-man umpire crews. But I think that has become the norm when we come up here for this tournament up in Minot is to have a 3-man umpire crew, and that gives you a little different look, another set of eyes, and just another angle on some stuff.
First pitch to Lucas Borgum is taken for a strike. 1 pitch will bounce in the turf and is now 1-1. Get a chance to have those umpires having more feel of the different base pass. You get the base umpire that's got a lot of responsibilities, but then you get 2 out there in the field and 1 on each line. Things become a lot easier for you, and really, as that one's fouled back, you almost can have 2 guys on the lines, not all the time, but that helps you out. As a left-handed hitter coming to the plate, you check your swing, you can ask the third base umpire instead of having trying to ask the first base umpire for it. 1-2 pitch is outside, and it's now 2-2.
Well, and the other thing that it does is that if there's a runner on first base and if you have a left-handed pitcher on the mound, for example, you get a lot better look because that field umpire stays at first base.
Ground ball right to the third base bag. Nedved will field 2 ground ball outs here to open up the bottom of the first inning, as it will be the number 3 hitter now, Braden Bunnell, to come to the plate as we go around the horn defensively for Post State. Spencer Lettler is out in left, McGuire Rasky in center, Jack Merkwan is in right. Nedved is at third, Hansen at short. Those two have made the first 2 plays of this bottom of the first inning. Jaden Wiebe at second, Aaron Booth at first, Andy Gordon behind the plate. Cade Hinkle looking for a scoreless bottom of the first inning. First pitch will bounce in for ball 1 to Braden Bunnell, the first baseman, who's got some very yellow batting gloves.
Those things almost glow.
I was going to say, you will never lose those. If the lights go out at some point in a night game, they will not go out. That one's popped up. Andy Gordon in front of the plate will make the catch. He's able to turn himself around to make the play. Nice grab there by Gordon in front of the plate. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. We head to the top of the second. No score between Pierre and Mandan. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Overhead Door Company of Pierre is a locally owned business specializing in the sale, service, and installation of residential and commercial garage doors. They provide quality, dependable products with constant service and the peace of mind you need. Overhead Door is one of the most recognized and most respected brand in the garage door industry. For installation and repairs, call Overhead Door Company today at 224-6200. That's 224-6200.
Wondering what to do with that pitted and rutted drive? B&B Equipment will get you covered. Wanting to put something down the ground? B&B Equipment will put a hole in your project. Need to even up that property? B&B Equipment can fill that need. B&B Equipment can deliver all your gravel and material needs. B&B Equipment is here for all your excavation needs. Contact B&B Equipment, 224-6727. A contractor here for you. That's B&B Equipment, 224-6727.
Top of the second inning, it will be 6, 7, and 8. Spencer Lettler, Isaac Pollock, and Matt Hansen. Anybody reaches base, it'll be... Oh, I missed a guy here. Spencer Lettler, Jack Merkwan, Isaac Pollock. And then if anybody reaches base, it'll be Matt Hansen. I'm just already saying that Post State's going to at least get one guy on base to bring up Matt Hansen in the top of the second inning. No score between Pierre and Mandan. After one inning of play here at Corbett Field in Minot. Only time we'll see these this Minot and Mandan team. We've had them scheduled to see them in the regular season throughout the last couple of years, but they are not on our schedule this year. Minot was, but they're still in the high school playoffs when that came about, so they had to cancel those games as the first pitch to Lettler is taken high for ball 1. Well, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say last night for Minot, we had the Buchanans on the left side of the third, and today out for Mandan, we've got a pair of Aarons, Blake in center and Seth in right. So have to differentiate between the family members. I assume they're family members, at least probably cousins, if not brothers.
3-0 pitch is over for strike one. It's now 3-1 here to Spencer Lettler. I thought you were going to call them the Aaronses. But you said a pair of Aarons. That was not have to say Aaronses. Here's the 3-1 pitch. It will be a walk to Lettler, a leadoff walk, and it will bring up the number 7 hitter, Jack Merkwan, all game.
Pair of Aaronses.
Pair of Aaronses. We had a pair of Buchanans.
Is that kind of like parentheses?
Or it will be like Aaron I. Instead of like cactuses, it's cacti.
Cacti? Aaron I?
Aaron I. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Merkwan. Outside, it's now 1-1. Mandan's got a really nice ballpark. We played there last year. That was a top-notch facility. That was an all-turf field as well.
Yeah, and it makes me wonder.
There's a ground ball to the left side as Dean will continue to wonder. The throw to second will be a force play, and only chance was again at second base. And there's now one down with still a runner on first base after the fielder's choice. Dean, what are you wondering about?
Oh, I wonder about a lot of things. I only share a fraction of 1% with you.
But that couldn't have come at a better timing.
But I think especially up here in north central North Dakota, especially Minot State plays on this field, and so an all-turf field probably makes a lot of sense up here. Just the ability to get home games going in up here in March, April, when the weather allows, and you don't have the issues with snow and rain and wet fields and grass growing early. And so I think in places like Minot, Mandan, all-turf fields certainly do make a lot of sense.
Counts 2-0 here to Jack Merkwan as he is getting to Isaac Pollock. Merkwan is on at first base. Pollock the DH in this ball game. I was very impressed with the Mandan field last year. It was the first time I got a chance to be over there, as the 2-0 was chopped foul by Pollock, and it's now 2-1. Had a really nice facility. The only thing that they had a nice AC press box for us. They had a printer that we could print some stuff off. They actually printed stuff off for us to have.
The only thing that was missing was the snacks.
They did have, though, a mini fridge.
Oh, they did have a mini fridge.
Yeah.
It just wasn't stocked.
Well, no, it was stocked. We did have some waters that we could have. Let's see. 2-1 pitches lined up the middle for a base hit. Third hit of the ball game now for Post State, and it's first and second here with one down. And to bring up Matt Hansen. Told you he was going to come to the plate in the top of the second inning. As he'll get his first chance to hit with the runners at first and second here with one down.
How quickly I forget about the stocked mini fridge.
Oh, man. Well, all it was just water. It didn't have any other beverages for us. But it was very, very, very nice.
I'm still, thinking about the press box at SDSU.
There's a ground ball to the third baseman. The throw to second for one. Back to first. It is in time to get a double play to end the inning. Merkwan was going to come around to score, but they fired the strike to first base, and it's an inning-ending double play. A 5-4-3 double play to end things in the top of the second. No runs on another hit, no errors, and one man left on base. We head to the bottom of the second. No score between Pierre and Mandan. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Innovation. It's right here. Avera St. Mary's Hospital keeps care local for you and your family, offering comprehensive care that has earned 4 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services in hospital performance and safety. Avera St. Mary's world-class care is further supported by advanced technology, 2-way video e-consults, 3D mammography, and a state-of-the-art birthing center, so you and your family don't have to go anywhere else, because innovation lives right here in Pierre. Learn more at avera.org/news.
Your home and business are important to you, and you need quality furnace and air conditioning products and service. With a combined 50-plus years of experience, AirTech Heating and Cooling provides you with just that service. Call 945-0160 for sales, service, and installation of furnaces, air conditioning, and heat pumps. AirTech Heating and Cooling features the American Standard products. Sales, installation, and service. You want the best, and that's what you'll find at AirTech Heating and Cooling in Pierre.
Bottom of the second inning, it is going to be 4, 5, and 6, as it'll be Blake Ahrens, Avery Bogner, and Stenson Kuntz be the first 3 hitters, as we have no score between Pierre and Mandan. In the first game of day number 2, 4 games again scheduled for today, just 2 of the round-robin games to finish out the round-robin portion of our tournament, and then it will be the semifinals. After that, Post State and Mandan will play at 5 o'clock in the 1-4 matchup. Post State at 2-0 has won the pool. They'll have the head-to-head record against, even if they don't have the head-to-head record against Watertown, or as this one's popped up behind home plate, Andy Gordon goes off his glove as he was nearing the end of the backstop. Just couldn't make that play. He circled his way all the way around and unable to make the grab and go down as strike one to Blake Ahrens.
And we've talked about that those pop fouls are probably among the toughest plays to make in baseball, just because it's so tough for a catcher to get a read on how that ball arcs, and you saw that with the route that Andy Gordon took. I mean, just had a little bit of a challenge reading that ball, and really made a nice effort. Almost came up with the catch.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's upstairs. Is now 2-1. Here to Blake Ahrens, the center fielder. His first at bat. The first 3 were retired in order in the bottom of the first inning on 2 ground balls and a pop-up right in front of the plate. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's now 2-2.
For Cade Hinkle, his third appearance on the year, 4 innings pitched so far this year, does not have a win or a loss. 2 walks, no strikeouts so far, a 7.00 ERA and a whip of 2.75 for the super senior.
2-2 pitch just outside, and it's now a full count here to the leadoff man in the bottom of the second. Is the center fielder Blake Ahrens. Will be followed by the pitcher Avery Bogner. Mandan fell in both games yesterday. 3-2 pitch. That one will miss low, and the first base runner here for allowed by Cade Hinkle is opening up the bottom of the second. And I'll bring out the pitcher Avery Bogner. It was a 7-6 win for Watertown in game number 1, and then Minot won 6-3 over the Chiefs in game 2 yesterday. And then it was Post State's turn to pick up wins, scoring 7 runs. Pair of lucky sevens, and that one's popped up right side. Merkwan will run his way over the line. He will make the catch right at the foul line. And there's one down. Long run there for Merkwan and a good play. And there's one away here in the bottom of the second.
And Jack Merkwan covers a lot of ground. She has good speed out in the outfield and is going to play a big role for this post-state program in the next couple of years for the rising junior.
It is now going to be Stenson Kuntz, the second baseman. 1 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Here's the first pitch from Hinkle to Kuntz. That one's fouled straight back, and it's 0-1. I believe I think it was the last time these two teams played was back at Hyde Stadium a year ago, a couple days a year ago. And Garrett Stout hit the walk-off grand slam to win 7-3. Hit 2 home runs in that ball game against Mandan. That one's popped up on the infield. Cade Hinkle will call for it right in front of the mound. He'll make the catch. And there's now 2 down with a runner on first base, and it will bring up Turner Locken.
Yeah, just a pop up, and Hinkle continues to throw well, having a nice outing so far. Inning and 2/3, and has recorded 5 outs in the 6 batters he's faced.
Here is going to be Turner Locken, the third baseman. First pitch. There's a line shot towards left field. That one will get down, and it will hop over the wall for a ground rule double. And so it will save a run, potentially save a run coming in. That runner comes in to score, but he's going to go back to third base because he only gets those 2 bases. So it'll be second and third here with 2 down, and it will bring up Seth Ahrens, first hit of the ball game for the Chiefs.
Yeah. Ahrens rounded the bases, literally ran right past the umpire who was pointing him back, directing him to go back to third base, came all the way around third base, touched home plate, and then kind of turned around and looked and seemed to be a bit confused by the call.
He's like, I was going to score if it didn't go over, so why can't I score? Here is going to be Seth Ahrens. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Blake Ahrens is 90 feet away from being the game's first run for Seth Ahrens to try and bring him in. 2 on, 2 out, 1-0 pitch to Ahrens. Ground ball to the right side. Wiebe will field. He'll throw to first to Booth, and that will retire the side, and they get around the danger of that ground rule double. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 men left on base. We head to the top of the third. There's no score between Pierre and Mandan. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
As we welcome you back here, top of the third inning. No score between Pierre and Mandan, as it will be for the top of the order. Jaden Wiebe be followed by McGuire Haskey and Andy Gordon. Anybody reaches base, it'll then be Aaron Booth. No score runs, or excuse me, 3 hits for the Eights, 1 hit so far for the Chiefs. As we have had all 3 of those base runners, there's been 1 walk issued so far from both sides. But 5 base runners have been left aboard between these 2 teams. Here's the first pitch to Jaden Wiebe. That's going to be taken for strike 1. Wiebe in the top of the first inning popped out to the catcher, and the first pitch. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And Wiebe will skide out towards right center field. It'll be played by the right fielder Seth Ahrens. And there's one down here in the top of the third, as it will bring up McGuire Rasky, the center fielder. He is 1 for 1. Had a single in his first at bat, was left stranded at second base. He and Gordon went back-to-back with singles, but then left stranded to end that top of the first inning. Avery Bogner so far on the mound has been very efficient, as the first pitch to Rasky will miss outside for a ball 1. Just 1 walk so far. He walked Spencer Lettler in his for the first time through the order. As here's the 1-0 pitch to McGuire Rasky. He'll pop that one over on the left side. That will be foul and it will get out of play, and the count is now even at a ball and a strike. To McGuire Rasky, who has gotten 4 hits so far in this tournament, went 3 for 4 to open up the day yesterday, beating the Watertown, Minnesota team 7-1 with 2 singles and a double, as the count is now 2-1.
Rasky comes into the day hitting .408 on the year, doing a nice job and just spraying the ball all over the park and kind of doing the kinds of things you would expect from the senior who's been a part of this varsity program for, I think this is his 5th season.
3-1 is the count now here to McGuire Rasky. He's going to be an integral part for this team down the stretch. 3-1 pitches at the letters, and is now 3-2. Full count here to McGuire Rasky with one down, nobody on. Here at the top of the third in a scoreless game between Pierre and Mandan. 3-2 pitch. Rasky gets a hard ground ball, backhanded by Kuntz at second. The throw is a low one, not dug out by the first baseman, and it'll be a 1-out error charge to Kuntz, as he spiked it trying to get it over to Bunnell. And there's now 1 on and 1 out here in the top of the third inning to bring up Andy Gordon, who is 1 for 1.
And the Bo Merkwan doing a nice job working hard as the post-8 bat boy today. Just going out after every at bat and feeling that bat.
A steal attempt for McGuire Rasky. He is thrown out trying to steal second on the first pitch to Andy Gordon. So that error is erased, and there's now 2 down. A good throw from Huddle and a good tag from the shortstop Borgum, and there's 2 away. I believe it was a first pitch strike to Gordon. Here's the next pitch. Gordon will line it down the left field line. That will get down for extra bases. It will one-hop the wall on the 310 sign in the corner. Gordon will get himself to second, and there's going to be a 2-out double for Andy Gordon, as he's now 2 for 2. And Elliott Life will come out to run for Gordon. A base hit could give Post State their first lead. Andy Gordon's been swinging a good bat here through now the 3rd game of this tournament.
Yeah, continues to hit line drives all over the park, and that's why he leads the team with a .417 batting average.
As his 5th hit already, 2nd double of the tournament. Here's the first pitch to Booth, and Booth will fly that out to left field. It is Johnson there to make the play. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. Here in the top of the third, no runs, another hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the third. No score between Pierre and Mandan. Listening to Post 8 Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
When something just isn't right, it's natural to talk about it. If you had a toothache, you'd tell someone. If you found out you had diabetes, you'd learn to take care of it. But when you're feeling stressed, sad, or worried, you're less likely to tell someone. Why do we treat physical and mental health so differently? There is no difference. We all need someone to talk to, and there's nothing shameful about wanting to be healthy for you.
When you just need someone to talk to, contact Rising Hope Counseling at 494-1500 or risinghope605.com.
Rising Hope Counseling, offering hope, healing, and change.
Rising Hope Counseling, because if you have hope,
you have everything.
Hey, it's Julia from Milwaukee Federal Credit Union, letting you know that our recreational special is back again, with terms up to 10 years, no payments for 90 days, and rates as low as 2.4% APR. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let Jameson or I get you started.
People helping people. Hawaii Federal Credit Union.
As it were the Chiefs, as there is no score between Pierre and the Mandan Chiefs. John Wickler alongside Greg Dean. 9-1-2, Anthony Johnson, then Isaac Huddle and Lucas Borgum are the first three hitters of this bottom of the third. 4 hits so far for Post State, 1 hit and 1 error for the Mandan Chiefs, but no scoring between these two teams. As we are starting to hit the halfway point of this ball game. I believe that Elliott Life will throw in game 2 against this Mandan team in the semifinals, and that is the game that you have to win if you want to play on Sunday. That game will be coming up at 5 o'clock. We'll have a game break as the first pitch is outside for ball 1. That second game is scheduled to start at 2:30, and then 5 o'clock for us again to play Pierre and Mandan. We'll be back on the air. 1-0 pitch is outside, and it's now 2-0. So that is how the schedule will look, and a little chance to maybe go get some lunch, and for the Post-State guys to get a little chance to relax. 2-0 pitch. There's a big swing and a miss by Anthony Johnson. It's now 2-1. He was looking to make it a 1-0 lead game for the Chiefs.
Mandan comes into this game 8-10 on the year. Again, not the number of games that Post State has, just because the high school season in North Dakota runs about a week to 10 days longer than it does in South Dakota. So a little bit behind in terms of the number of games, but Mandan playing well so far.
Here's a 3-1 pitch. That one is popped foul and out of play, and it's now 3-2. Here to Anthony Johnson, the leadoff man in the batting order. Or excuse me, the leadoff man in this inning, the 9th man in the batting order. The leadoff man in the order is Isaac Huddle, who is on deck. Here in the bottom of the third, no score between Pierre and Mandan. Full count pitch will miss low for a leadoff walk. The third base runner now for the Chiefs. And it will bring up Isaac Huddle, who grounded out to Hansen on the first pitch of the bottom of the first inning. Cade Hinkle threw 3 innings in his first outing, threw an inning yesterday. So this would, if he can get through this inning, this would match his season and also career high of innings pitched in a ball game. First pitch is bounced in for ball 1. Gordon got able to block it up, got away from him a little bit to his left, but no chance for Johnson to take second.
Mandan has a pair of double hitters following this weekend tournament in Minot. They host Grand Forks on Tuesday and then host West Fargo on Wednesday.
Runner takes off for a second. The throw is not going to be in time, maybe a little bit off, and a steal for Anthony Johnson, so he is in scoring position as the count is now 2-0. Isaac Huddle has a chance to drive in that first run of this ball game with a base hit. Mandan a couple chances here to drive in a run with nobody out so far in the bottom of the third. 2-0 pitch. That one's fouled out of play. It's now 2-1. Eights have won the first 2 games here, 15-9. Excuse me, 15-9 on the season.
17-9.
They came into the tournament 15-9. Now 17-9. So in all reality, if you win these 2 games, or you play here today, you can be 10 games over 500 by the time you play in the championship game. And again, you go back and look at the Watertown doubleheader, and especially in that second game, as a 3-1 pitch is fouled out of play on the left side again from Huddle, and it's now a full count. You were 2-5 was Post State, playing a doubleheader against a Watertown team that had kind of been feeling pretty good about themselves, have been playing some pretty good baseball. And it was an easy chance for Post State to kind of just to drop another one, drop a second straight doubleheader. As that one's flown out to center field, McGuire Rasky will go over. He'll make the catch. Runner will tag at second. The throw coming in, cut off by Hansen. And there's now a runner on third here with a productive out from Mandan. There's one down.
Yeah, and a nice read from Johnson on the fly ball into left center field. Rasky had to glide to his right to go over and retrieve the ball, and because Rasky is left-handed, still was moving to his right and didn't quite get in throwing position when he gloved the ball, and so Johnson with good speed able to tag up and get to third on the play.
There's a fly ball that should get that first run home in. Merkwan will make the catch. He'll come up firing with only a runner on third. The throw coming to the plate is up the line. And the first run of the ball game will come in. 2 productive flyouts from Mandan has got them on the board first. A sac fly from Lucas Borgum. And there's 2 away, nobody on base, and a 1-0 lead here for the Chiefs.
Yeah, just a fly ball into medium deep right field, and Merkwan takes a couple steps to his right, able to glove the ball and then gets the throw in, but just a couple of steps late in terms of getting it home, and looks like the Eights are going to get out of this inning with just the 1 run.
Yep, the next pitch was popped up to the second baseman Weeby to make the grab, and that will retire the side. 1 run scores, no hits in the inning, no errors, and no one left on base. We head to the top of the 4th, a 1-0 lead for the Chiefs over Pierre. You're listening to Post-State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Pierre Sports Center is your local Ranger Boat and Mercury Outboard dealer. They're a must-see for your Ranger boat needs. See their selection of Mercury outboard motors for more power. Pierre Sports Center can help you with financing and other boating needs. Need service for your boat or trailer to keep you going? Pierre Sports Center is your one-stop shop. Pierre Sports Center, Ranger Boats, and Mercury Outboard, a combination that can't be beat. Pierre Sports Center, 1440 North Garfield Avenue in Pierre, or give them a call, 224-5546. When you want the best prices and best selection, go to Wegner Auto in Pierre. The certified sales staff at Wegner Auto will provide you service after the sale and how to get easy financing. Check out their website, WegnerAuto.com, or stop in. They have the best prices and won't be undersold. Wegner Auto has the region's largest selection with over 280 new and quality pre-owned vehicles. GM certified pre-owned vehicles give you peace of mind with their 12-month or 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty and 5-year or 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Log on to WegnerAuto.com or stop by Wegner Auto in Pierre, South Dakota's oldest auto dealer since 1907.
Top of the 4th inning. 1-0 is her score on a pair of fly balls that moved the runner from second. Actually, it was a good inning, a good productive inning for Mandan. Anthony Johnson drew a leadoff walk. He stole second, advanced to third on the fly ball out to center field, and then came home on the fly ball to right field on the sac fly to make it a 1-0 lead. As for the Eights, it'll be Gary Nedved to lead things off. The third baseman, he's number 5 man in the order. 5, 6, and 7, Nedved, Lettler, and Merkwan. As Post-State is trailing for the first time in this tournament. First pitch, a swing and a miss. Foul tip by Nedved, and it's 0-1. To go back to that thought, Post-State was down, was 2-5 after losing the first game to Watertown, South Dakota, in that first game of the doubleheader. As it's now 0-2 here to Nedved. Could have been easy to lay over, let that second game go through, and Watertown gets a sweep, and you're 2-6. But instead, you get that win, and all of a sudden, it turned into 8 straight wins, and you've gone from being 2-5 to now 17-9. That's how good you've been as of late. And that Watertown game, I think that's where things start to change for this Post-State club. As the 1-2 pitch is missed low and is now 2-2.
Yeah, and since that time they've rattled off 15 of their last 19, and again, I think you're right. I think that was kind of the turning point of the season so far for the Eights.
2-2 pitch is taken for strike 3. First man retired. Second strikeout for Bogner, and there's one down here at the top of the 4th, and it'll bring up Spencer Lettler, who drew a walk in his first plate appearance.
Here at Corbett Field, again, pretty good sized field. 316 down the lines, 356 into the power alleys, and then 410 to straightaway center. About a 6-foot fence out in 6-7-foot fence out in all the way around. There is a bit of a batter's eye out in straightaway center field.
The 0-1 pitch from Lettler is popped up on the left side. Going over is the left fielder Johnson. He will make the catch, and there's now 2 quickly down here in the top of the 4th. It'll bring up Jack Merkwan, who got into a fielder's choice in his first at-bat.
Yep, just a very nice day, kind of a cloudy day, and again, there's potential of rain in the forecast for tomorrow. If Post State wins at 5 o'clock today, they would play in the championship game of this Minot tournament at noon tomorrow. But like we said, there is rain in the forecast for a good share of tomorrow morning. So if that plays out and the Eights do play on Sunday, we'll have to keep our eye on the sky and see how the schedule ends up playing out.
So, and the good thing is too, this being an all-turf field, the storm would be probably the only way that we maybe move things around, as the 0-1 pitch is missed low and it's now 1-1. Obviously you get downpour and you can't play through it. Whether or not you're playing on turf or not is another thing, but the good thing is too that it's not like a normal field. This thing can take a lot of water, and it's not going to make that infield unplayable. As it counts now 2-1 here to Merquan. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Here's a ground ball the other way. That's through for a base hit for Merquan, as he is now 1 for 2. Been on base both times. Good piece of hitting there for Merquan. He's got such a nice, smooth stroke at the plate for Merquan, and that he just makes you enjoy the game of baseball when you watch him swing.
Yeah, and there's in today's lineup, you've got five out of the.
Merquan is picked off. He will take second base though, because the first baseman was going down to try and tag Merquan back at first base. He got hung up between first and second, and the throw came to first. He took off straight for second, and the hesitation, it wasn't really hesitation. It was just trying to put a tag down from Bunnell, just trying to catch it and blindly tag Merquan getting back to the bag. Well, he was on his way to second, so now he's at second base with a stolen base as it counts 0-1. And Pollock will line it into left center field for a base hit. Merquan will come around to score. An RBI, two outs RBI single for Isaac Pollock, and this game is tied 1-1. A near mistake for Merquan turns into a beauty of a thing for Post State.
And for Mandan in the bottom of the third, a walk, a stolen base, and 2 productive outs got them a run. Here in the top of the fourth, the Eights get a 2-out base hit, stolen base, and then a 2-out base hit, RBI base hit from Isaac Pollock, and the Eights respond. So again, production from up and down the lineup today for the Eights. Already 5 hits on the board through 3+ innings.
As the first pitch to Hansen is taken for a strike, it is now 1-1, a back pick, and Pollock will dive in safely at first, and the count is now 1-1. Hansen is 0 for 1. He grounded into the inning double play back in the top of the second. Post State has tied this ball game up here in the top of the fourth, thanks to Isaac Pollock's RBI single. 1-1 is taken outside, and is now 2-1 here to Hansen.
Eights continue to hit the ball well. This lineup that they're fielding today continues to do well. 308 on the year collectively for the team.
That's a line drive back up the middle for Hansen. He is on base. He's 1 for 2 in this ball game, as the 2-out inning top of the fourth will continue. 3 straight hits with 2 outs for Post State. And it's back to the top of the order for Jaden Wiebe, trying to give this Post State team a lead.
6 of the 9 batters in this starting lineup today for the Eights hitting 300 or better on the year. So just this Post State team is maybe not put together with a lot of power, but they just do a lot of things fundamentally well, and just continue to put the ball in play, and I think that's one of their strengths.
First pitch to Wiebe is outside for ball 1. He is 0 for 2 so far. He flew out to the right fielder in his last at-bat with a runner in scoring position here with 2 outs. That pitch in the dirt. It's a good block there by Bogner. He's going to try and backpick Pollock, and he dives back in safely as it counts now 2-0. Bogner's not afraid to throw down, and he tried to backpick Merquan. He also tried now to backpick Pollock at second base. Huddle, the catcher. Bogner is on the mound. Here's a 2-0 pitch from Bogner. That one will miss low, and it's now 3-0. On deck is McGuire Rasky. 3 straight singles for the Eights here with 2 outs in the top of the fourth. Here's the 3-0 pitch to Wiebe. That one will be on the outside edge, now 3-1. Still good hitters count here for Jaden Wiebe.
Yeah, on that back pick, Isaac Polak was probably about 20 feet off of second base and just kind of stared down Huddle, and Huddle kind of took exception to it and just went, if you're going to stare me down, I'm going to see what I can do to respond. Tried to back pick him, and Polak was able to dive back in safely ahead of the back pick down at second base.
Weeby fouled the 3-1 pitch off, so now 3-2. Runners at first and second. They'll get a head start here. 3-2 pitch. Runners take off. Weeby will pop it up. Shallow right field. Long run for everybody. The second baseman, and Kuntz will go out to make the catch and retire the side here in the top of the fourth. But the Eights do get that run back. They tie the ball game up. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors and 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the fourth. 1-1 is their score between Pierre and Mandan. You're listening to Post-State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Evermore Boutique, where fashion doesn't have to break the bank. See them for men's, women's, and children's clothing, shoes, accessories, and so much more. Open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday from noon to 7, Saturdays from 11 to 6, and Sundays from noon to 5. Visit Evermore Boutique, located at 104 South Pierre Street in Pierre, or give them a call today, 605-494-0194. That's Evermore Boutique in Pierre.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Bottom of the fourth inning, a 1-1 score between Pierre and Mandan. Cade Hinkle is going to be making his career high as soon as he records it out in the bottom of the fourth inning, as he is career high is 3 innings of work as we play here in the bottom of the fourth. And he will deal with 4, 5, and 6. Blake Ahrens, Avery Bogner, and Stenson Kuntz. Turner Locken would be the man to come to the plate if anybody reaches. Here in this bottom of the fourth inning, 6 hits so far for Post State, just 1 run, though, to show for it as the first pitch misses inside for ball 1. Here is the road team here in this ball game. But as we play later on this evening at 5 o'clock, they will be the home team as the 1 versus 4 matchup. There's a ground ball right back up the middle. Hansen just couldn't quite get the glove to it. Might have got a piece of it, but it goes into center field for a leadoff single. Just the second hit of the ball game so far for Mandan, as Ahrens is on at first. That'll bring up Avery Bogner, who flew out to the right fielder in his first at-bat.
4, 5, and 6 for Mandan here in the bottom of the fourth inning in this 1-1 ball game. We'll see if the Eights can work around this leadoff single from Ahrens.
Here's the first pitch upstairs to Bogner. 6 hits for Post State, no errors so far for the Eights. 1 run on 2 hits and 1 error so far for the Chiefs of Mandan, North Dakota. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Hinkle after a long pause. That one will bounce in. Good block by Andy Gordon, and it's now 2-0.
Most recently for Mandan, again, lost twice yesterday, 7-6 to Watertown, Minnesota in a walk-off extra inning affair, and then lost to Minot 6-3 yesterday afternoon. Prior to that, had played a doubleheader against Dickinson on Tuesday.
There's a ground ball. That one's through on the left side for a base hit. Rounding second and getting the third base will be Ahrens. He was already on the move on the pitch, so it'll be a single, and then the throw came into third base. Taking second is Bogner, second and third with nobody out, as Mandan is threatening to take the lead back here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Back-to-back singles for the Chiefs.
Nice hit and run right there. Don't know if it was planned that way or not, but was able to send the runner in motion, then a hard ground ball just to the left of Gary Nedved, and so the runners are able to move up.
And now they both will come in to score as that one's out in the right center field for a base hit. Merkwan will cut it off. The throw coming all the way towards the plate. It's cut off by Hinkle, who didn't go behind the plate, who overthrew Booth, but it's going to be a 2-run single. And the third straight hits, and Mandan is now taking a 3-1 lead as the Chiefs with Kuntz will get that 2 RBIs, and it is a 3-1 advantage now for Mandan, as they do have some action in their left field bullpen. Turner Locken will be the next man to come to the plate, and that one's fouled out of play. That's 0-1 here to the third baseman, who doubled in his first at-bat, hit a ground rule double back in the bottom of the second. Was left stranded after a ground ball from Seth Aarons, who was on deck end of the inning. Counts 1-1 as that one missed outside. So now a 3-1 lead here for the Chiefs. Here in the bottom of the fourth inning. They did not wait long to reclaim the lead after Post State tied in the top of the fourth.
And for Bogner, for Mandan, 65 pitches on the day so far.
There's a line drive into right field, and one hop in front of Jack Merkwada. So it's now first and second here with nobody out. And it will bring up Seth Aarons. 4 straight hits now, 4 straight singles for the Chiefs.
Just a line drive right at Jack Merkwan that he picked up on one bounce, and he was looking in at first base. Locken just took his time getting down the line.
Showing bunt, pulling it back is Seth Aarons. He takes it for strike one.
Aaron Booth had come off the bag and was kind of set up in case the throw had gotten away from Wiebe, but I think Merkwan had thoughts about possibly throwing into first base to try to retire Locken.
That one was popped up on the bunt attempt, and Gordon just couldn't quite get over there. Might have had a chance to make a diving grab, but unable to, as it's now 0-2 to Aarons, as he'll probably be swinging the bat now. 4 straight hits to open up the bottom of the fourth inning. First and second, nobody out. Hinkle allowed just 1 hit through the first 3 innings. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Here's a ground ball back up the middle. Hanson, though, will field step on the bag for 1. The throw to first is in time. That's a big double play. And there's 2 away now with a runner on third. And it will bring up the number 9 hitter, Avery Johnson.
Yeah, nice play by Matt Hansen to able to field that ball right at the second base bag, quickly tap the bag, and then make a nice strong throw over to Aaron Booth for the double play at first base.
So here is now Anthony Johnson, the left fielder who walked in his first trip to the plate. First pitch to him will be outside edge for strike one. This will be a big at-bat here and a big chance for Post State to really nip this inning in the bud real quick with that twin killing. Now get out of it, allowing just only 2 runs to score, as that one's popped up left side. Nedved will give a look, and it will get out of play. And the count is now 0-2, but Hinkle now a strike away from getting out of this inning.
And for the Chiefs, Avery Bogner at 65 pitches with 2 double headers facing the Chiefs on Tuesday and Wednesday. If you keep him under 80 pitches, he could come back and pitch on Wednesday. So with the activity in the Mandan bullpen, would not surprise me if maybe they send Bogner out for maybe 1 more inning, but yet keep him under that 80 pitch count.
Count is now 1-2. Hinkle thought maybe that was going to be a strike 3 as the curveball just didn't cross the zone. 1-2 pitch. That one will cross the zone. It'll be taken for strike 3, and that will retire the side here in the bottom of the fourth inning. 2-run score on 4 hits in the inning. No errors and 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the 5th. It is a 3-1 lead now for the Mandan Chiefs over Post State. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Bank West Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put Bank West Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
Home Care Services is a private agency committed to providing expert advice and specialized care to those who want to remain living independently at home. Home Care Service has a team of nurses, caregivers, and administrative staff that offers a full range of in-home support services to our area. For more information about Home Care Services, call 224-2273. Expert advice, professional care. Home Care Services, 224-2273.
At Black Hills Federal Credit Union, our top priority is providing value to our members.
Since 1941, we have helped our neighbors buy homes and vehicles, finance their farms and ranches, insure their assets, and retire comfortably. From Custer to Sioux Falls, we live and work in our communities, and we treat our members like family. Visit bhfcu.com to learn more about how you can join. BHFCU is member-owned, not-for-profit, and federally insured by NCUA.
As we head to the top of the fifth inning, it is a 3-1 lead here for Mandan at 2, 3, and 4. McGuire Haskey, Andy Gordon, and Aaron Booth as the first pitch to an outside for ball 1. 4 hits in that inning, 4 straight hits in that inning for Mandan, the bottom of the fourth, but they are only able to 6-3 double play. That was turned for Matt Hansen up the middle as it counts now 1-1 here to McGuire Haskey. That double play, that was turned for Matt Hansen up the middle as it counts now 1-1 here to McGuire Haskey. That double play, that's one that you kind of circle a little bit because that inning could have really got out of hand quickly for Post State. It's now 2-1 to Haskey. But that being able to turn it, you never know what might happen here. That keep that a 2 spot instead of possibly a 3 or a 4 spot for the Chiefs. 2-1 pitch comes inside, and it's now 3-1 here to Haskey.
Yeah, Eights with 6 hits on the board compared to just 5 for the Chiefs, but the Chiefs with the big important stat, 3 runs on the board and to just 1 for Post State right now.
3-1 pitch is on the inside edge, and it's now 3-2. Full count upcoming here to McGuire Haskey, who is 1 for 2. He reached base twice so far. Single and then reached on an air. Here's a full count pitch. That one will miss, and it's a leadoff walk issued to Haskey, and it will bring up Andy Gordon, who is 2 for 2 with a single and a double. He's halfway to that cycle right now. He's got the 2 hardest legs to pick up if he does want to hit for that cycle here in the ball game. As Bogner will deliver the first pitch to Gordon. He'll sky that out to center field. Going back on is the center fielder, Blake Aarons. He'll make the catch, and there's one down here in the top of the fifth. And it will bring up Aaron Booth, who is 0 for 2 so far. Struck out swinging and also flew out to the left fielder. Booth is one of those 3 guys that have gotten a home run so far. He's the only man in the batting order that has hit a home run. But with Dean not playing in this game, having an off game, as the first pitch is taken on the outside edge to Aaron Booth, and then Cade Hinkle is on the mound, so he is not currently in the lineup. I was about ready to say that Dean's got an off day, but I don't think he's going to be sitting out in the 5 o'clock game, as it counts now 1-1. So it's just an off game, not an off day, an off game.
Yeah, rest game.
Yeah, rest game. There you go. Load management. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Aaron Booth. Here's a ground ball to the left side, played by the shortstop, throw to second for 1, back to first. It is in time for another inning-ending double play, the second inning-ending double play that Post State has hit to in this ball game, 4th overall in the tournament that they've hit into. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th. You're listening to Post State Baseball as they trail Minot 3-1 here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
Sioux Nation of Fort Pierre knows what that sound is. It's baseball season. They also know that means it's grilling season. Sioux Nation has the Green Mountain Grill choices that you need for those hot dogs and burgers for tailgating. And let's be honest, you know there will be a steak in there too. Visit Sioux Nation of Fort Pierre and see their selection of grills. While you're there, also pick up some seasonings for your grilling needs. Visit Sioux Nation at 504 Deadwood Street, Fort Pierre.
As we welcome you back here to Minot, it is the bottom of the 5th inning. 3-1 is their score. Cade Hinkle still on the mound for the Eights, as he will go against the top of the order. Isaac Huddle, Lucas Borgum, and Braden Bunnell. He might reach his base. Blake Aarons will come to the plate. Post State has hit into 4 double plays so far in this tournament. As I mentioned to Greg, 5 if you count the assumed double play that they that Gary Nedved was hit by the batted ball. That turned into a odd double play. First pitch is missed low to the leadoff hitter in the inning. Leadoff hitter in the order, Isaac Huddle, as he is 0 for 2 so far. Ground out to the shortstop, but also flew out to the center fielder. 1-0 pitch is upstairs and outside, and it's now 2-0. You are listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station. 1 o'clock on this beautiful Saturday afternoon from Minot, North Dakota. 3-1 lead for the Mandan Chiefs, as it is a 3-0 count, as we'll have more action in the bullpen for the Mandan Chiefs. 1 run, 6 hits, no errors so far for Post State. 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for Mandan, as it's a leadoff walk to Huddle, and it will bring up Lucas Borgum, who gave Mandan the lead back in the bottom of the third inning with a sacrifice fly, drove in the game's first run, and then 2 runs came in to score off for 4 straight hits in the bottom of the fourth inning that reclaimed the lead for the Mandan Chiefs. We'll have a courtesy runner for Huddle. But it is a 3-1 lead right now for Mandan here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
And Mandan with four coaches on this squad. Just realized that they've got coaches in both the first and third base coaching boxes, and then sent a coach down with Luke Darius, who's now getting warm in the bullpen. So likely we'll see him to start the bottom of the 5th when Mandan takes the field, and then just send another coach down to oversee the bullpen action.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one will get to the backstop, and taking second base will be that leadoff runner, and it's now a runner on second. Count is 1-1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Lucas Borgum is 0 for 1 with that sac fly RBI. Back in the bottom of the 2nd. Post State 2-0 so far here in the tournament. Mandan 0-2, looking to win their first game, but also have Post State fall in their first game of this tournament. But the important game is tonight. If you want to advance to the championship, you got to win the game tonight against these same 2 teams. 2-1 pitch is at the knees, and is now 2-2 here to Borgum. I think he was really wanting that pitch, but couldn't pull the trigger. That was a good spot by Henkel, and a little bit of frustration from Borgum as he stepped out of the batter's box. Here's now the 2-2 pitch. That one's upstairs, and the count is full, 3-2.
And Cade Henkel's actually been pretty efficient with his pitch count today. That's just pitch number 59 through 4+ on the day for Henkel.
3-2 pitch. There's a fly ball out to left field. Lettler was going to go back. He's going to turn, and it's going to get out for a 2-run homer. Lucas Borgum has made it a 5-1 game as the Chiefs add to their total. They double their total. Now leading 5-1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, just a fastball that Henkel left up in the zone, and Borgum just took it out for a home run over the Hartley school buses sign in straightaway left field, and so Mandan stretches the lead out now to 5-1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
It'll be Braden Bunnell to come to the plate. He's popped out twice so far. The number 3 hitter in the order. Mandan up 5-1, 6 hit in the ball game. Same amount as Post State, but have a 4-run advantage here in this bottom of the 5th. First pitch to Bunnell is over for strike 1. No action still in the bullpen for Post State. Might be letting Cade Hinkle try and ride this all the way out. 0-1 pitch is upstairs, is now 1-1. And as officially as he has been pitch count wise, and with a doubleheader against Brandon Valley coming up on Tuesday and a South Dakota opponent, you might say Hinkle will be behind the plate for that doubleheader. There's a base hit through the left side, and that will be the 7th hit of the ball game now for the Chiefs. They've had, they've really come to hit in the last 2 innings. That's their 6th hit in the 4th and 5th inning combined. They had 1 through the first 3 innings.
Yeah, and I think at this point, unless things really get out of hand, I suspect you'll see Hinkle go all the way to that 105 pitch count, and just try to keep as much wear off of the Post State bullpen as possible.
You know Bennett Dean's available to throw, and We'll see if maybe he comes in to pitch at all tonight against his Mandan team. Elliott Life, I believe, is going to be the one that will get the start. That one's fouled straight back, and it's now 1-1 to Blake Ahrens, who has been on base twice. He walked and also singled in his 2 trips to the plate. But, Bennett Dean available, Elliott Life that will throw. We'll see if Aaron Booth maybe gets another chance to throw in this tournament. As the 1-1 pitch is upstairs, and it's now 2-1. Or you try and leave Dean out for Sunday in the championship.
Yeah, Matt Hansen would be available. Andy Gordon would be available. Aaron Booth, like you said, would be available. So the eights have a number of options. But again, trying to manage not only the pitch count for today, but also think ahead for the big doubleheader on Tuesday against Brandon Valley, and then the doubleheader next Friday down in Mitchell.
Here's the 3-1 pitch. There's a pop-up, and that will be out of play on the left side once again, and the count is full at 3-2. Now, Jaden Weeby's another arm that could throw here this weekend. And the good thing, too, is, Isaac Pollock we'll probably see him Tuesday. Lincoln Keenels and Jack Van Camp should be back on Tuesday, but Pollock stayed under that pitch count again to come back and throw on Tuesday against Brandon Valley. So that's another big key for the A's. 3-2 pitch. Runner takes off. That's popped up. And see if Gordon can make a play over near the dugout. He is right next to the dugout. The catch is made. Nobody is at first base, but getting back anyway would have been the runner Bunnell with the throw. And there is one down. Good play there from Andy Gordon. He was going to the friendly dugout to help give him a chance to tell him how much room he had left to make the play. And there's one down here for Avery Bogner. They give you, that's huge to have your coaching staff, your teammates, to tell Andy Gordon you got maybe 1-2 steps. You still got some room before you find your way right to the railing of the dugout.
And just to paint the picture
there's a ground ball for Wiebe. That one just gets past him as he tumbled across trying to make a diving play. So it's going to be another base hit. And it's first and second here with one down.
The actual dugouts, to paint the picture for you, the grandstand here at Corbett Field sits perpendicular to the field, and so it's a big concrete grandstand that slopes up and away from the field, and the dugouts, as it's originally built, are built back down in under the grandstand, and so they actually face the field. They're not down the lines like you would see in a lot of traditional ballparks today.
Here's the first pitch to Stenson Kuntz. It's over for strike one. Kuntz drove in 2 runs in his last at-bat with a 2 RBI single. That made it a 3-1 game at the time. It's now 5-1 here for the Chiefs.
And so the modification that's been made to the dugouts is that
one's popped up. Foul territory. Aaron Booth is over there. He'll call for it, make the catch, and there's now 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th.
Is that they've actually laid a couple of concrete pads that then now are parallel to the foul lines on both sides, just outside of the traditional dugouts underneath the grandstand, and then there's benches and a railing where now you would consider quote unquote the dugouts to be.
Ground ball that is fouled on the third baseline.
I don't think anybody actually goes into the actual dugouts underneath the grandstand. Everybody's out in the elements on the concrete on the benches.
So it's basically a bench instead of a dugout, or where they all sit at is basically the bench, not the dugout. So when you actually, in basketball you can go to the bench, in hockey you go to the bench, football you go to the sideline. But here in baseball, in the term of getting benched, you can actually be benched now because you'll actually be sitting on the bench instead of in the dugout. 1-1 pitch is inside or is low, and it's now 2-1.
Yeah, a bench with about a 3-foot railing in front of the bench as a safety measure, just to keep any hard batted ground balls.
There's a ground ball to Hansen over at short. He'll throw the long way to first. He'll retire to the side. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, another 2 runs coming to score thanks to a 2-run homer from Lucas Borgum. And 3 hits were in the inning. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We head to the top of the 6th, and Post State trails Mandan 5-1. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up all online. New or used, shop for it all online anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
Ah, this is the life. Sitting here, sipping lemonade, basking in the warm sun, and admiring the beauty and the solitude of my very own landscaped backyard. You know, I wasn't sure, but I was so glad when I made the call to Andy at Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping to finally have the work done. Calling Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping was probably one of the best and the easiest decisions I've ever made.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, 280-4440. That's 280-4440.
As we welcome you back here, top of the 6th inning, Post State's down 5-1 to the Mandan Chiefs. John Wickler alongside Greg Dean as McGuire Rasky looks like he's going to go warm up. Bennett Dean, who is not on the lineup here in this first game, will be going down to warm up McGuire Rasky. So we might see him throw in the bottom of the 6th inning. We haven't seen him throw very much, and he hasn't really in the last year. But in a low leverage situation, right now it would be a low leverage situation if the score doesn't change. It could turn into a more of a high leverage situation if Post State ties or takes the lead in this top of the 6th inning. But it will be for a chance for McGuire Rasky to get some action coming out of the bullpen.
And again, just an opportunity for McGuire Rasky to maybe get a little work in a like you said, John, a low leverage situation, and Rasky having dealt with that elbow issue a year ago has really not seen the mound much in the last year. But again, if you can get him some work in a game like this, possibly do a little confidence and get him a little confidence and give the coaching staff potentially another option on the mound as you get into late in the regular season or into the playoffs. That would be a huge deal.
There's a ground ball from Nedved on the first pitch. He swings and grounds out to the third baseman Locken as Luke Darius is now on the mound for the Mandan Chiefs. His first pitch is a good one as he was able to get Gary Nedved to ground out to lead off here in the top of the 6th inning. As be Spencer Lettler now to come to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Here's the first pitch to Lettler. That will bounce in. It's 1-0. So Darius takes over on the mound.
I think Bogner has moved to third base.
So Bogner will stay in the order and stay in the ball game as it's now a 2-0 count here to Lettler.
I'll have to confirm that, but I think that is now Bogner's over at third in place of Turner Locken.
So here's the 2-0 pitch. So Bogner moved to the third base position and made the play on the first pitch from Darius. So not a bad play all the way around. Throw one pitch and your starting pitcher makes the play for you over the hot corner. Here's a 2-1 pitch to Lettler. Swings and misses and is now 2-2.
And Locken has moved to first base.
I'm glad I got the eyes of Greg Dean up here. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. It was in the turf, so Lettler will run to first. The throw to first is in time, and there is now 2 down. The first strikeout from Darius. And it will bring up Jack Merkwan, the right fielder.
Yeah, and was able to see Bogner has moved to third base from the mound. Locken has moved from third base to first base.
First pitch is off of Merkwan. As that one didn't feel too good for him, as although the catcher in huddle will give him a little bit of a chance to have a little bit of a breather. Nice gesture there from good sportsmanship from the catcher huddle.
Yeah, the ball jumped off the plate and came back up and hit Jack Merkwan, and just he immediately reacted and tell that he winced in pain and took a couple steps back and put his hands on his knees and able to catch his breath and steps back into the box and ready to go again.
The 0-1 pitch is outside, and it's now 1-1. 2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the 6th inning. A 5-1 score for Mandan. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Merquant. One will come inside, does not cross the zone on an off-speed pitch, and it's now 2-1. Did not cut in across the strike zone. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Merquant. That was on the outside corner, so now a two balls and 2 strike count here as Darius is trying to go a 1-2-3 inning for this Mandan Chiefs team. Get them right back in the dugout, trying to extend their lead. 2-2 pitch. That one's chopped. A high chopper to the third baseman, Bogner. Long throw to first is in time. A 1-2-3 inning for Darius coming in out of the bullpen. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It is a 5-1 lead for the Chiefs over Post State. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre has been providing professional sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com.
Spring is finally here, and it's time to be on the lookout for one of South Dakota's most serious noxious weeds. This invader of roadside trees, pastures, and range is leafy spurge. This noxious weed infests over 300,000 acres. It's a perennial with a distinctive yellow-green color and stems that contain a milky sap. Roots can reach over 20 feet deep. There are several control options that producers can look at, including herbicide and biological control. If you have questions about leafy spurge, contact your local county weed and pest supervisor or the South Dakota Department of Agriculture.
As we welcome you back here to the bottom of the 6th inning at Minot Corbett Field, Post State trailing 5-1 to the Mandan Chiefs as McGuire Rasky will take over on the mound for the Eights as everybody will stay in the lineup. Cade Hinkle will move to second base. Jaden Wiebe will move out to right field, and Merquan will push his way over to center field. Much easier to see who's still in the field and everything else for Post State when you don't have to see their numbers. You just can tell who they are by them standing out there. A little bit different for Mandan. Don't know them quite well as Post State, but McGuire Rasky will be on the mound. I believe he's making his debut this year for the Eights on the mound, as he threw just a little bit in the spring. But the last time we saw McGuire Rasky throw in a Post State uniform, he lasted just 1 inning and did not pitch the rest of the season. That was early on in the year, first home game of the season for the Eights. By the time Rasky came to the mound and left that ball game, so he will get a chance to make his season debut and a long-awaited season debut for McGuire Rasky on the mound.
Yeah, and this is going to be a nice outing, a nice opportunity for McGuire Rasky. Right now, with Mandan leading 5-1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning, really all you're looking for is just get through 1 inning and see if the Eights can come back in the top of the 7th and generate a little offense and make this thing a ball game. But right now, you're just looking to go get 3 outs and see how things transpire from here.
As McGuire Rasky, Nedved trying to get everything back in his back pocket, get the glove on. He is ready to go now as McGuire Rasky will deliver the first pitch, and it's outside for ball 1 to Seth Ahrens. So Hinkle is at second base now. Wiebe is out in right, and Merquan is out in center. And McGuire Rasky on the mound. 1-0 pitch is outside, and it's now 2-0.
We'll go give you Cade Hinkle's line for the day as he has now moved to second base. But for Hinkle, the starter on the mound for the Eights today, went 5 innings, gave up 8 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned, 3 walks, 1 strikeout, 77 pitches, 43 for strikes to the 25 batters that Cade Hinkle faced on the day.
As the 2-0 pitch is over for a strike, first strike of the ball game from McGuire Rasky. Here's the 2-0 pitch, or 2-1 pitch outside, and it's now 3-1.
And for Avery Bogner for Mandan, the starter goes 5 innings, allows 7 hits, just the 1 run. It was earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 75 pitches on the day for Bogner. 43 of them for strikes, faced 22 hitters.
The 3-1 pitch is outside, and it will be a leadoff walk issued to Seth Aarons. It'll be the number 9 hitter, Anthony Johnson. Then back to the top of the order. Lucas Darius will be in the number 3 spot as he will hit in Braden Bunnell's spot. He came in for Bunnell after Locken moved from third to first and Bogner moved over. Trying to show bunt. He offered at it, missed it, and it's 0-1 here to Anthony Johnson. Johnson has 2 plate appearances, walked, stole second. He ended up getting to third base on a fly ball from Huddle and then scored on the fly ball from Borgum. That gave Mandan a 1-0 lead. A throw from McGuire-Raskey to first base will get away from Booth. Rounding second and heading for third as it will be Wiebe picking it up. He'll have to throw it in. And there is now a runner on third base with nobody outs. And the error will be charged to McGuire-Raskey, their first error of the ball game, first error of the tournament from Post States.
Yeah, pickoff throw that just went up the line and then the ball rolls to the fence and then actually kicked up towards right field, and so Aaron's able to get all the way from first to third on the play and went into third standing up easily.
Count is 1-1 now here to Anthony Johnson. There's a 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. A big cut there from Johnson is now 1-2. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Chiefs are 90 feet away from extending it to a 5-run lead. 1-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss and a strikeout for McGuire-Raskey, his first of the ball game. And there's one down. And it'll bring up Isaac Huddle. Well, obviously you don't want to extend Raskey farther than what he can go, especially after dealing with that injury last year. But if he can get back to the old McGuire-Raskey, just add another pitcher to the pitching staff that Post State has. Boy, you're feeling better and better as the year goes on. 1-0 pitches at the letters. It's now 1-1.
And I think based upon the scenario that's in front of Post State, I think right now, if you could get McGuire-Raskey to a point where you could be very comfortable and very confident about the fact that he could give you 1, maybe 2 innings in any given outing, and be a really confident in him coming out of the bullpen, that would be such a boost to this pitching staff.
1-2 pitch is grounded over towards the shortstop. Hansen can't make the play. It would have been a tough one to make. Run's going to come in to score either way. And it's now going to be a 6-1 lead here for the Mandan Chiefs. As will be a runner on first here with 1 down. They'll give Hansen an error, and it will be a 5-run advantage for the Chiefs with the runner on first, 1 down. And now the number 2 hitter, Lucas Borgum, will come to the plate.
Ground ball that Hansen had to come in on and go to his right and tried to backhand the ball, just wasn't able to pick it cleanly and ends up with the second error of the game for the Eights on the day, and the run comes in to score. Mandan stretches the lead out now to 6-1 here in the bottom of the 6th.
First pitch is outside for ball 1 to Lucas Borgum. He hit that big 2-run home run back in the bottom of the 5th inning. That extended the lead, doubled the lead at the time, made it 3-1 to 5-1. Outside, and it's now 2-0. He's got 3 runs driven in. A sac fly in the 3rd, a 2-run homer in the 5th. He also grounded out to Nedved over at 3rd. Back in the bottom of the 1st inning. Here's a 2-0 pitch from Raskey to Borgum. He'll fly it out towards center field. Merkwan is over. He'll make the catch, and there's now 2 down. And it will bring up the number 3 hitter. Luke Darius will get his first chance to swing the bat. After Bunnell went 1 for 3 with a single, Darius in the number 3 spot, a chance to hit with a runner on first and 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Post State in the top of the 7th will have 8, 9, and 1. Polak, Hansen, and Wiebe. They'll need at least 5 runs in the top of the 7th inning. First pitch, nice curveball from Raskey that will clip the outside edge of the zone. And it's 0-1. You're looking, and just kind of feels a little bit different from McGuire-Raskey pitching. 0-1 pitch, that's outside, it's now 1-1. A couple times he threw in the spring season. I think maybe he was a little bit more timid on throwing pitches and just throwing on the off the rubber. Now it feels like he's a lot more confident. 1-1 pitch, a swing and a miss. The throw will get into center field. Hansen was late to get over. But it's now a runner on second. It was not going to be in time anyway. So a stolen base here for Huddle, or for the courtesy runner for Huddle, and it's now a 1-2 count to the number 3 hitter, Luke Darius.
And I don't know if Hansen thought that Hinkle was going to cover. Hinkle playing second base for the first time this year, and so maybe just a little bit of miscommunication. And like you said, the throw would not have gotten the runner, even if he had been there in time.
There's a swing and a miss that will retire the side here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2 strikeouts in the inning for McGuire-Raskey. A run does come in to score. There were no hits. There were 2 errors, and there was 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the 7th. Post State down 6-1 to Mandan. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
As long as you have a local cooperative, you'll never farm alone. At CHS Midwest Cooperative, our team is your team, ready to help you make the decisions that are vital to your operation. From the seed, plant health, and marketing the grain, to fuel to keep you running, the feed to supplement your herds, and the financing programs to make it all possible. We're here for you. Give CHS Midwest Cooperative a call today and let us show you the value of the co-op. Local, loyal, and trusted for generations.
Service Master of Pierre. It's no secret we clean carpets professionally, but not many people know we clean furniture, kitchens, bathrooms, walls, floors, and windows. We also do fire and water restoration, plus construction cleanups. There's nothing we can't clean. Give Service Master a call at 224-9919. Service Master, the clean you expect, the service you deserve. Service Master, 224-9919.
As we welcome you back here, top of the 7th inning, Post State will have for them in the order 8, 9, and 1. Hinkle will hit for Isaac Pollock as he stayed in the ball game, so he is in the DH spot for Pollock. And it'll be Matt Hansen, then Jaden Wiebe. Anybody reaches base, which Post State will need to score 5 runs to at least tie the ball game up, so they'll need guys to reach base, and it'll be McGuire-Raskey. That'll be the next hitter. For Post State, as Luke Darius will try and close this one out in a 6-1 lead for the Chiefs. These 2 teams will play again at 5 o'clock. Post State won the round-robin portion. They are already 2-0. Even if they lose this game at 2-1, Watertown or Minot, they beat both of those teams yesterday. Only one of those will be at 2-1. So here is the first pitch to Hinkle. That one will bounce in. Good 5 feet in front of home plate, and it's 1-0. Couple of things for us coming up here on KCCR outside of Post State baseball. Of Stanley Cup final games, also the College World Series final coming up as well. Montreal Canadiens, Tampa Bay Lightning, that matchup set after last night. Counts now 2-0. I read for sports yesterday, talked about the Canadiens making their getting back to the final for the first time in 28 years as the 2-0 pitch is over, and it's now 3-0. That one missed low. And I thought to myself, wow, that's a really long time, 28 years. And then I realized it was 1993. And I'm going, oh, that's the year I was born. And I was saying, oh, that's a really long time. I go, boy, I know I'm, still being in your 20s. I'm not old, but when you start thinking that way, you're going, wow, that's a long time ago that they made the Stanley Cup final. And realize that is how old you are. It kind of hits you a little bit, like, man, I'm getting pretty old now.
Well, we were just talking off air. I just had seen that one of the classic movies of the 80s, Stripes, with Bill Murray, came out 40 years ago today. John asked John, said, "You ever seen that movie?" And he said he had not. So it'll go on the watch list, I think. But again, some of the things that you just, whether it be a song or a movie or a factoid like the Canadiens making the Stanley Cup final, sometimes you kind of forget about how long it has been in some cases.
Hinkle drew a leadoff walk. That ball will get down in center field for Matt Hansen. Fell in front of the center fielder Blake Ahrens, and the first 2 men have reached base. Hansen now 2 for 3 in the ball game, and he'll bring up the top of the order for Jaden Wiebe. He's due for a hit. He's 0 for 3 so far. So a good start here for the top of the 7th. You're wanting to make a comeback. it's maybe not always necessary to get the first two guys on base, but it makes things a little bit easier to try and make a 5-run comeback, getting the first two on base.
Yeah, just a short fly ball from Matt Hansen out into kind of no man's land in center field, and Burgum and Aarons gave chase.
As that one's flown out to right field, that will be caught by the right fielder. Hinkle will tag. The throw was on the line to third. It took a high hop, so it's now going to be first and third here with one down. I think maybe they're going to check to see if he left early from second and step on the bag. And they said Hinkle left early from second base.
But I don't know that that's how you appeal the play, though. I mean, I think don't you have to come set on the mound and call time?
I think so. I think that's how you have to appeal the play now. And the umpire, I mean, he was right over there, but they're saying that Hinkle left early, so there's now two down and a runner on first base, and all of a sudden Post State is an out away from falling in this ball game with McGuire-Rasky now to the plate. And then Rasky will fly it out to right field. Back as a right fielder. He will make the catch, and that will end the ball game. No runs in the inning, one hit, no errors, and one man left on base. It is a 6-1 win for Mandan over Post State in their first of two games today. Back in 2 minutes to wrap this one up. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner. They will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Comtech in Pierre invites you to come out and check out their expansive showroom. It's filled with everything you need to thrive in today's technology-dependent world and a knowledgeable staff to guide you through. Comtech has TVs, computers, personal electronics to commercial electronics, anything to fit your technology needs. The experienced professionals at Comtech can guide you through any questions you may have. Whether you struggle with technology or live for it, Comtech can help you find exactly what you're looking for. Comtech will even install and service what they sell, so you don't have to worry once you get your products home. Comtech, located at 1601 North Lowell Avenue behind Walmart. Check them out online at comtechplus.com.
South Dakota didn't always have a capital, or even a permanent settlement for that matter. There wasn't always a river city on the Missouri River. And before First Dakota filed the first charter in 1872, there wasn't always a bank in South Dakota. Every timeless institution, tradition, and thriving business was started somewhere by someone who had a dream and the passion to make it happen first. What will be your South Dakota first? Visit firstdakota.com/first. Member FDIC.
Do you need the Pierre Governor apparel for the big game? Or how about Stanley County apparel or Post State apparel? All Around Graphics in Pierre is your place to go. Not only can you get your apparel, but they also do screen printing, jerseys, awards, and trophies. And did you know they can print and customize your signs? All Around Graphics can do it all. Located at 819 North Euclid Avenue or call 224-4677. All Around Graphics in Pierre, your one-stop shop.
As we welcome you back here to Corbett Field in Minot, North Dakota, is Mandan winning game one of the day 6-1 as they will finish out in round robin at 1-2. But even though Post State is now at 2-1, Minot at Mandan at 1-2, the winner of Watertown Minot cannot go behind or ahead of Pierre or Mandan. So those are fighting for the 2-3 matchup. Post State and Mandan will come back and play at 5 o'clock here in the semifinals. 1 run, 7 hits, 2 errors for Post State, 6 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error for Mandan. And really, you look at the 4th and 5th inning when Mandan scored 2 runs in the 4th and the 5th. They hit the ball all over the place. They took advantage of getting base hits. They hit a big 2-run homer. They had 7 of their 8 hits all coming in the 4th and 5th inning, and that's how they got the win, Greg.
Yeah, and they did a nice job. I mean, Mandan put some good swings together, put some good at-bats together. Just went up with some good approaches, and like we said in the open, this is a team, even though they were below 500 coming into this game at 8-10, Mandan typically puts a good team on the field, and we saw that today. I mean, I in all honesty, I'm a little surprised that they're just 8-10 because because they played well, played good fundamental baseball, just the one error, and they've got some good athletes on this team. So they will see these two teams will see each other again at 5 o'clock, and if Post 8 has designs on making the championship game tomorrow at noon, they're going to have to play some good baseball because Mandan's going to be a tough out.
They will play again, at 5 o'clock here this evening, as the winner will advance to the championship. Minot and Watertown will play here in Watertown, Minnesota will play here at 2:30 and then play at 7:30 in the second semifinal. But the Eights will come back with LA Live coming up in the second game, as we will have that for you at 5 o'clock. We'll be back on the air around 4:40 for that contest, depending on how quickly the Minot and Watertown, Minnesota game gets moving. I don't believe, I think they'll probably stay nearly on schedule. I maybe not. I will have to find out, or if they will move the game up at all. But for right now, the plan is 5 o'clock start, and they will be on the air about 4:40 for coverage of Post 8's and Mandan Chiefs for the second time here today from Corbett Field in Minot. Time of the ball game was a brisk hour and 29 minutes. Just 7 walks between the two teams, and a lot of guys say, hey, what I like to see is a lot of guys like to go up there and hack. They like to swing, put the ball in play. We've seen a lot of that in the last several games, and a nice hour and 29 minutes here to maybe go get some lunch and come back, get a little bit of chance to it's a nice day, but get some AC and maybe a chance to kind of just relax a little bit for Post 8 before they come back at 5 o'clock here this evening.
I like that, a brisk game. It's a nice term to use, term, and actually, like you said, just a nice day. I mean, a lot of times you're looking for an opportunity to get your kids off the field, get off their feet, get into some cooler environments, but not necessarily needed today, as the Eights are playing here in Minot, just in the low to mid 70s today. So just a very nice day up here in Minot, and we got a couple hours off before we come back for the semifinal game later today.
At 4:40 for that start of coverage, with 5 o'clock first pitch between Pierre and Mandan for the semifinal matchup between the number 1 seed Pierre and the number 4 seed Mandan Chiefs. As thanks to Jake Mayer back at the station, Greg D to my right, and John Winkler back on the air at 4:40 as Post 8 and Mandan will play in the second time in as many games here at the Minot Tournament. Final score once again, a 6-1 win for Mandan here in the final game of the round robin portion, as we say so long for now from Corbett Field.
You've been listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Post 8 Baseball is brought to you by Evermore Boutique, Wagner Auto, Owyhee Federal Credit Union, Service Master, Rising Hope Counseling, Todd's Electric, Pierre Sports Center, AirTech, Gales Gas, Avera, Bank West, B&B Equipment, Overhead Door Company, Gateway Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Farting Electric, Olson Plumbing, Agtegra, All Around Graphics, First Dakota National Bank, Comtech, Shane's Pharmacy, Black Hills Federal Credit Union, Midwest Cooperative, South Dakota Weed and Pest, Nystrom Electric, Dakota Sprinkler, Lamb Motor, Kathy Sunshine Properties, Sioux Nation, Kruger Contracting, Home Care Services, and Fisher Rounds. Join us all season long for Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports, Central South